Anxiety is dominating your life. You can't go out and enjoy any sort of social gathering. You can't even go to the grocery store without just having terribly anxious feelings. What do? Well, probably what's going to happen is you're going to go to a doctor, and the doctor is going to put you on medications, and it's probably not going to work. As a doctor who prescribes those medications, I'm just being honest with you. There's really only one thing that has ever worked. I best explain this by talking about 3 zones. There's the comfort zone, then there's the growth zone, and outside that there's the trauma zone. When you feel anxiety, the temptation is to flee and return to the comfort zone, the place where you didn't feel anxiety. Maybe it's in your house. If you do this, then your comfort zone will shrink and your trauma zone will grow. When it comes to anxiety, you want to avoid the comfort zone for as long as you can. If you stay in the comfort zone, it'll get smaller. Maybe it was your house, but pretty soon it'll be your bed, and then maybe it'll be underneath your bed. The only place you can feel safe is when you're hiding under your bed. Now, on the far side, there's the trauma zone. You also want to avoid the trauma zone. If you have been traumatized by something, or you've been in the trauma zone, you probably will have to go to the comfort zone for a while. Don't stay there. The trauma zone is when trauma occurs. You want to avoid this. The place where you want to be is in the growth zone. This is not comfortable. It's also not traumatic. You could call this the uncomfortable zone. And it's where growth occurs without injury. Does going to the store make you anxious? Then go. Maybe you want to go at a time when there's not a lot of people there. And maybe you want to wear headphones playing relaxing music. But go to the store. That is the uncomfortable zone, or the growth zone. Eventually, your brain will start to desensitize to whatever place or thing is making you anxious, as long as you don't get traumatized there again. If talking to people makes you really, really anxious, well, don't avoid them, but find safe people to talk to. For example, when I was a young teenager, I had a lot of anxiety around people, and I would go to the nursing home, and the nice old ladies in the nursing home loved talking to me, and they were nice to me, and I'd bring my guitar and I'd play music for them. It was a safe place for me to become desensitized to talking to people and help me overcome some of my anxiety. You don't need to walk right up to the most rude and judgmental people at school and try to start a conversation and then be rejected. Seek out people that are less likely to reject you and engage with them first. Once that is no longer uncomfortable, find another group of people that is uncomfortable to talk to. Not traumatizing, but uncomfortable. Now, if you're so shut down that you can't even get out from underneath your bed, then yeah, some medication might be needed there. If you're going to lose your job or something like this, then yeah, medication might be indicated. But most of the time, if you just do the medication and then you just stay in your comfort zone, I've never seen anybody overcome their anxiety. I've never seen anybody get past it. Medication is insufficient. You absolutely have to seek out that uncomfortable growth zone and stay there as much as possible, as much of the time as you possibly can. And over time, that uncomfortable zone will turn into your comfort zone. And then the trauma zone will shrink. And the uncomfortable zone will shrink. And your anxiety will shrink along with it.